Hello everybody, I'm Crazy Canadian. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today we are taking a look at a game called Bot Crafter. Now, this is another demo, and there are a couple bugs and whatnot, but I enjoyed my test playthrough. And the game is a kind of like a building sim game, but you have robots. You can build new robots, you control them, you can set them out to do specific tasks, and yeah, with that, let's head into a new game.
Welcome, Bot Crafter. I'm happy to have you here. My name is Alpha, and I'll be your AI assistant. The previous operator didn't quite succeed in his mission. I hope we got the right human this time. Let me guide you through first steps. Just follow my voice, and all will be fine. If you need more help, press L to open the log. Now let's find the nearby outpost ruins and see what's left of it.
Alright, so here we are. Like I said, this is a demo. So, this is our rover, or robot, whatever you wish to call it. And it's asking us to go and find a scrapyard. I believe it's that glowing tower over there. But I want to check out what this stuff is. Oh, that's just some scrap. So let's get going. Let's get over here and start up the tutorial. Not go too fast over this ridge here. When I first played, I ended up getting too much air and damaged my robot a little too much.
I have located the ruined storage nearby. Let's start with breaking it down into pieces. Dismantling buildings unlocks new tech and provides materials for building new constructions.
Okay, so let's dismantle this.
Good job. Now let's set up your own outpost here on a flat ground nearby. Open the building panel and place there a new storage.
And I'm just gonna pick up what this dropped here. If I can reach it. Yep, I got it. And let's go and build that storage. Okay. Where should we build it? Thinking right about over here. Right about there.
Okay,
That should be a good spot for it.
Gathering and storing resources are vital for the whole operation. Try to find them in your closest area. You need a steady supply of resources for building the outpost, fueling power generators, and making new robots.
So, as the tutorial says, go over here and pick up a bunch of stuff. So we got our wires, our steel plates, steel ingots, and some more copper wire over here. And it wants us to check out this area too, so there we go. Now we have to put it all into the storage. Okay. So, in my test playthrough, I pressed this button down here, the sequence store all items, and it put it all up at the top left there. So, like in the game here, you can actually set out a set of instructions for your rover or robot, whatever you wish to call it, to do, I guess. And I couldn't figure out how to get rid of this stuff in the top corner there, so yeah, that was a bug I encountered.
We need electricity. Dismantle ruined power generator nearby and unlock it in your building panel. You'll be able to produce the power required for buildings and robots to operate.
Dismantle the power
Every
generator.
Device needs power to work. You can make power and power generators by burning scrap or carbon-based resources. Greener energy options are out there, but you haven't unlocked those technologies yet.
And I'm just gonna put this... Actually, no, I'm not gonna put it right next to the storage thing. I think right over here, that should be a decent spot for it. Now we have to collect some scrap. That's all this rusted, broken down metal and whatnot. Let's collect that. Those are steel plates. But yeah, there is a few hiccups in the game. A few bugs and whatnot that I experienced in my test playthrough. But other than a few small things here and there, and a couple different things for my own preferences, I think it's a pretty good game so far.
But your robots are running out of power when you use them, especially during heavy-duty tasks. The more demanding the job, the faster their battery drains. You need charging stations to recharge them. Your predecessor must have had one nearby. Look for it and get the tech to build your own charging station.
So, managing your energy and stuff like that is, I'd say, a decently large part of the game so far.
The charging station is ready. Now drive your bot on the platform to charge it. It's a wireless technology, so no need to plug in any cables. Just make sure you have provided enough power to it. The bot crafter before you left behind a unit in good condition. I've marked it on your compass. Select the scanning tool on the quick bar and use it to inspect it and claim it. Then access the new bot from the Alt menu.
So yeah, as you can see in the bottom left corner there, we have our repair and our energy. And I'm not too sure what the other thing is. I'm guessing heat and I guess speed, maybe? Because I know there is a speedometer down there, but I'm not too sure what that triangle thing is. The 6 out of 40? Don't know. But here's the other robot that we have to find. And we can scan it. And then we can take control of it. It wants us to find some black ore deposit. So that's black ore, but it wants us to find this specific deposit right here. So we'll scan this one too. And then get our drill out and mine it a couple times. Get some coal out of it.
Okay, now I have some important instructions. Your bots can work automatically. You can set up a series of actions by approaching an object and using sequencing option. This interaction will be then added to the bot's queue, which will be carried out in auto mode. If you want to know more, press I to open info and search for topic, sequence. Creating a smart sequence is crucial for effective bot management and mission success.
Okay, so as the tutorial suggested, I just clicked the ore deposit there 3 times to add it to the order list, and then added the charge station onto that as well. Might as well charge it up while I'm here a little bit, because making orders or sequences is a pretty big part of the game to get the robots to automate everything. And as it said, efficiency in a smart sequence is key to the end goal. And unfortunately, I am not the best at that, so let's turn this on auto mode, and it should find its own way. back to the ore. Let's switch over to this rover here. And yeah, it's making its way over there. Perfect. Now it wants us to gather all those coal lumps with this rover. I could do that. Oh, ran into that plant thing there. I should be able to scan this stuff and I guess gain points with it, because there is research points or science points, and you use that to unlock new buildings. You'll see it later in the video here, but I think you should be able to scan certain things like that and other rocks and whatnot. Crap, keep running into stuff. But yeah, the one thing that I did run into a lot in my first test playthrough was running into things, and I ended up destroying one of the rover's wheels, and because I was going at a pretty decent pace there, I ended up crashing and the whole rover exploded, and that caused me to have to restart, because that rover there, that doesn't have any claw on it, and you can't use it to pick any of this items like the scrap or the beams or the steel plates or the coal or anything like that. Can't use it to pick that stuff up. And I wasn't at the point where I could build other robots yet, so.
And in auto mode. Let's switch to your first bot and build a data center. Data center is a device for uploading science points earned by your diligent bots. These points are vital for unlocking new technologies in the research station, improving your base, and exploring new frontiers.
So like it said, dismantling old buildings is also another key point, or key thing to do. What is that? Circuit boards. Let's pick this up. Might need it later. But yeah, it pays to go around and dismantle old stuff, because it drops, I guess, better resources, as well as if you haven't built something yet, you can get the blueprint for it. So yeah, it's best to keep your eye out and try to dismantle new things and stuff like that. So it wants us to build the data center. So this thing right here needs power, so I think this right here would be a decent spot for it. Oh, don't want to dismantle it. That's another thing I ran into in my test playthrough, is I accidentally kept dismantling buildings. So in my opinion, I think there should be a option to like lock down buildings, and you can unlock them to dismantle them and stuff like that. I think that would be a cool feature to add to the game, at least for me, because I keep accidentally dismantling buildings. So yeah, get rid of that one. And my wheel is stuck in the ground. I think there's a reset option. There is. Backspace. Okay. That should come in handy. Hopefully don't get stuck in the ground again. I just want to see. I can dismantle this. The lamp. Pick up these aluminum plates while I'm here. That lamp should definitely come in handy. Don't know why, but in my test playthroughs, I never thought of dismantling those. What is this? Aluminum ore. Cool. So you can scan all the ores and stuff, you just can't scan other things. Interesting. But let's get back to our, I guess, base here. Charge up and then build that research station. Alright, so we're all charged up and this is the research station. I think I'm gonna put it right next to our
Your next task
data
is
station.
to unlock the wind turbine in the research station. These powerful turbines provide an infinite source of energy, making them the most efficient power supply for your growing base.
So I'm just gonna deposit our data here and then unlock the wind turbine. That's 900 data points. We're left with 420. And you can research different bot parts, but I think for the demo, most of them are, or all of them are already unlocked. So that's cool. Might be able to play around with it later. We need some polymer beams in order to build the wind turbine. I think these are the beams right here. Yep, those are polymer beams. So let's pick all these up and then we will build our wind turbine. Okay, so I just went around and picked up some stuff, some of this scrap and other items around the base here, and I built another storage bin and a couple lights because it was getting pretty dark out here. But let's continue on and let's build this wind tower. I think actually I'll build it close to the generator here. Let's try to keep it somewhat organized.
Time to
Right
make
there.
a huge step up. Unlock the robot assembler in the research station. This advanced facility is where new bots are created, each with a unique role in your growing colony.
Alright, so I think we have to go and unlock the bot assembler. This one right here, we have enough points. So let's unlock that. And do we have enough stuff to build it? Yes, we do. Now, should be able to build it right over here. Right here. Seems like a good spot to me.
Time to become the real bot crafter. Assemble your first new bot in the robot assembler. Take your time and construct a custom bot by attaching the building blocks and mechanical parts. We need this robot to have a claw crane and cargo boxes mounted. New unit will be a useful addition to your crew and will speed up item gathering and delivery.
So in my test playthrough, like I mentioned before, I ended up wrecking the first bot before I even was able to construct this. So yeah, that was a pain in the butt. And when I restarted and continued on, when I got to this point, I ended up encountering, I believe it was a bug, where I built a robot. I did what it asked, but when I built it with the claw crane, the 2 cargo boxes, and everything else that it asked for, the tutorial did not move ahead. So I had to figure that out, and that was a bit of a pain in the butt. But this is the building aspect of it, though. So like what I did is I added some blocks and I made it a little wider. I added wheels, I added the crane, I added all the cargo boxes and all that stuff, and it didn't move ahead with the tutorial. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with the very basic here. That cargo box there, and actually let's remove that. I think I can get it closer on the edge here. Maybe. Don't want it right there. You know what? It's fine the way that it is. I'm not the best builder out there, so gonna have to bear with me here. This is the crane. Move that. Now I'm gonna try and see if I can add on some wheels and see if it'll work. Because like I said, when I first tried it, it did not want to work for me, so there's 2 wheels there. Wheel here. And can I get a wheel? No, would have to get rid of that cargo box. Put the wheel here. Oh, don't want to do. Looking like that. Let's move that around. I'm gonna move that head. Where is it here? And I'm just going to place it right about here, if I can. Right there. And I should be able to put another cargo box on this. Hopefully. Nope. Oh. Almost had it here. Move it right there. So I want to put the head on backwards. Like I said, I'm not the greatest builder. It's a little hard to tell which way everything is facing. So I'm just gonna say that this is good enough. I'm gonna save the blueprint here and then construct it.
It's time to unlock the forge in the research station. This structure will allow you to melt down raw minerals into advanced components, giving you the ability to build structures and more bots.
Okay, so this is our new robot. Let's get it out into the light here. Yeah. Looks like crap, but it works. A little speedy, but so far it works. I think since the tutorial didn't glitch out or anything, I am going to re-edit this. And see if I can do a little bit better with it. Maybe make it a little wider, add a couple things onto it, and stuff like that. Alright, so I edited this robot. I gave it a scanner, an antenna, some battery packs so that way it'll last longer. Made it a little bit wider too. And I gave it some headlights. So I think this is a much better rover than what I first rolled out. So yeah. Now it wants us to unlock Forge. So the Forge costs 900 data points. I should be able to pick up some more stuff because that's how you get your data points, is picking stuff up. And like that gives me about 30 data points each. So yeah, I'll just do this for a little bit and I should be able to store those data points and then unlock the forge. I'm gonna pick up some of this polymer beams. Yeah, I think I'm running low on those. One thing that I would like to see in a updated demo, definitely in the full release, if it gets released, or when it gets released, I should say, is more elements to be able to tell like how much power we're using, so that way you know if you need to build another generator and stuff like that. Because every building except for I think the storage places, everything costs power. Some cost a little more, some cost a little less. So it'd be nice to be able to tell how much we're using at a given time. But with that, I think let's throw our scrap in this generator here. Put the rest of our stuff in the storage right there. And then store our data points here. Oh, don't want to dismantle it. And I believe I checked. I'll check again in the thing here. There isn't a way to turn off the lights on your rover, and the lights draw power. So I think that should be implemented as well. But other than those few things, I think it's a good game, and I look forward to seeing what else it can do. Unlock this forge here, and then build it. Think requires power, right? Think I should be able to plug it in right over here.
Now that you have the forge, collect some iron chunks from nearby mining sites and take them to the forge. It's time to put it to work.
Okay. So I believe iron chunks are over here. If my eyes do not deceive me, there's a second rover. Scan this guy. And yep, this is another miner. Cool. We have 2 mining robots. Nice. I'm just gonna send this one back to the base, and then we'll come back with that robot, pick up the iron, and do as the tutorial is requesting me to do. Alright, so here we are. Wants us to pick up some iron. Oh, wants us to create a job to pick up iron. Alright. Let's do that. And then this is part of the sequences or orders you can give to your rovers. I'm gonna have it set out to the iron forge here. Click on that. Store all the items. And then I'm going to get it to go to the data center here and upload data. And I think actually I'm going to build a second charging spot once I get some more steel plates. Should be some around here. Pick up some steel plates and then build a second charging spot. Nope, that didn't give me steel plates. But I'm gonna build the second charging spot on the, well, next to the iron forge there. So that way our rover doesn't have as much of a spot or as much space to travel. Reduce those travel times, right? Make things more efficient. It's kind of what the game is telling me to do. I would really like the ability to turn off the headlights because it's just draining the power tremendously. but I'm gonna store all the stuff here. That in there, and I should be able to build our second charging spot. Build it next to the robot assembler. Seems like a good spot. Charge it up, and then make it part of the orders here. And once it is charged, I'll let it do its thing here. Since that is going and it's doing its thing, I think charge this guy up. Make sure that this guy is traveling to the right spot here. Just want to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to, right? Hopefully having the headlights on that thing doesn't waste too much electricity and it doesn't, you know, burn out halfway through. Seems to be doing what it's supposed to. Alright. Leave it alone and let's not interfere too much. Just gonna dismantle this stuff here. Pick up the circuit boards. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself. I think it's a good little game. It's a neat premise. I think there are a lot of things going for it. I think it's got pretty good baseline already. And I think it just needs like some tweaks and some UI updates, like the ability to see how much power we're using, stuff like that. I think stuff like that would really improve and help the game itself. And the ability to scan some more things like these. I think they're flowers, I'm not too sure. But I should be able to scan them and gain like some research points. Let's not damage ourselves here. And be able to scan like if some other things, like maybe the rock formation or some of these buildings, like maybe have some buildings that aren't in our blueprints or our research center or whatever, and be able to scan them and then dismantle them, like get like 50% of the blueprint through scanning and then the other 50% through dismantling. I'm just kind of traveling here, seeing what's around, but I think that would be pretty neat. What is this stuff? Uranium ore. Alright, so be able to utilize that eventually, I imagine. But yeah, I think it's
Use the
good
iron
game.
chunks you've collected to craft steel plates in the forge. These tough plates are vital for building and making bots. Also remember that you are free to forge other items if necessary.
Oh, we found another rover over here. They seem to be just kind of littered all over the place. What is this one? This one looks very complicated. Bat bot. Oh, this one hovers. That's cool. Can move pretty quick too. Oh crap. Oh crap. Yep, I was kind of expecting that. Yeah, I really should not be controlling these things. Yep, there we go. This thing's pretty much toast now. Well, I kind of messed that one up. But yeah, I think with that failure, I think that will be it for this episode today. I've enjoyed myself. I think it's a good little game. I think there's a lot more to explore and figure out and find out. But yeah, if you like the video, if you want to see more of Bot Crafter, let me know in the comments, and like the video, because I would like to check out some more of this. I think there's more to be done. But with that, thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you feel like it, and I will see you all in the next video.